ask you to take some materials home, and who would you give that to at home? Mom or Dad, okay, that would be great. Grandma would be awesome on that part of it, okay? So we're getting ready to kick off our reading rally starting to this week, okay, starting today. How many of y'all here have come into the library, picked up some books, have actually read some things in here? How many of y'all like to read at home as well, okay? That is so awesome. Good. Hands down, all right? So our reading rally is all about trying to raise money for our media center, okay? So we're asking you to help out our media center, and we're trying to raise $2,000. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Okay? But if everybody in the school can help us out and try to do the magic number, which is the number 2. Try to do 2 things. Does that sound like a lot? No. But if everybody in the whole school would help us out and actually did 2 things, we would be able to raise $2,000 so she can get those books that you want and do other things in the library that you would like for her to have, okay? But it takes about a couple of $1,000s for that to happen for us, okay? And yes, I have lots of prizes to hand out. If you do want to participate and help us out, okay? We're going to get to those in a second, but let me share with you kind of what's going to happen, all right? So today, you're going to get a little packet like this right here. And inside that packet, along with the parent letter that goes with it, we have lots of information that Mom or Dad needs to see in order for us to help out our media center. Now remember, how much money are we trying to raise for our library? $2,000. And how many things am I trying to get you to do? 2 things, okay? Kind of like the peace sign, all right? All right? So 2 things we're trying to get you to do. Now, there are different ways for you to help out to do 2 things, okay? We have inside the packet 2 of these things, okay? I call it the little book, and I call it the big book, all right? And then on the parent letter, we have about the online store that Mom or Dad could shop off the internet. How many of y'all have seen your mom or dad order something off the internet, okay? So that's another way that Mom or Dad can help us out by ordering something online, okay? And that's on the parent letter that you're going to see, okay? So make sure you take the packet home and the parent letter because all the information is inside those 2 things, all right? So the first thing I want to talk about is the little book, okay? How many of you in here like to do homework? How many of y'all like someone else to do your homework for you? All right? So tonight, you can go home and tell Mom or Dad, who has a better handwriting, Mom or Dad? Mom. All right, so you can actually go home and tell Mom she has homework tonight for you. Okay? Sounds a little silly. But really, this is to her homework, okay? The homework is the little book, all right? So how many of y'all know that Mom or Dad sent out over the holidays like a Christmas cards or something like that? Did they do that at home? Okay. So some of them might have done that. But basically, this is really the same kind of thing. Is we want Mom or Dad to send to 5 different people. They can live anywhere in the U.S. It doesn't matter to us. But it may be an aunt, it may be an uncle, maybe a grandparent, maybe some next door neighbors that you know pretty well, or maybe some parents' friends that they know very well. Then we could send 5 of those postcards that are inside this little book. So when you open this up, we have a bunch of postcards that we want Mom or Dad to fill out, okay? It's kind of using those Christmas card lists that they just did. And we want them to fill out 5 postcards. This is one of the things that you could do to help raise how much money for the library? $2,000. So this is one thing, okay? But get Mom or Dad to do this like homework, all right? And when you do homework and you bring it back to school, when? You bring it back the next day? No. Sometimes, okay? All right? So I would love for you to bring back your little book starting tomorrow, okay? You've got till Friday to get it done, but get the homework done tonight and you can actually win some prizes. But Mom or Dad, basically what they're going to do, they're going to fill out 5 of these postcards with your school's name at the top. They're going to put maybe address it to Grandma and put her address there. They're going to say, Dear Grandma. They're going to put your name and say, thank you for helping, okay? Something very simple like that. And we want them to fill out at least how many of these postcards? 5. 5 of those. Bring this back to school when? Tomorrow. Because you're going to get what? A prize. Exactly. Y'all like prizes, I know, okay? So let's talk about what prize you're going to win for the little book. Well, how many of y'all know what emojis are? Awesome. That's great. So when you come into school tomorrow and you have your little book filled out with how many postcards?
5.
And who did it? We want mom or dad to do it because they have the better handwriting. Plus, they know all the addresses to those people. Bring that back to school tomorrow because starting tomorrow, you're going to get like big jumbo emoji money eyes, okay? So we have that for you. Plus, how many of y'all like suckers?
Me.
So you're going to get both of those tomorrow for bringing in the little book, okay? Tomorrow, okay? What if you don't bring it in tomorrow? Can you bring it the next day? Yes, you can, okay? You got till Friday to get it all done. But we like for you to start getting them tomorrow, okay? All right, so the next, that's one thing. So the second thing that you could do is what I call from the big book, and it's not overly too big, but it's the catalog that has all the magazines that mom or dad might order for themselves or something that you like to read. How many of y'all like to read funny comic stuff or sports stuff? What about beauty and fashion? Okay. So when you open it up, you're going to see all the different kinds of kids magazines, mom and dad's magazines that might be in here, so they can maybe order something from you. And so what they're going to order from, which is also inside the packet, is from this order form right here, okay? And so when they fill this out, they need to make sure that they fill out all the information, their name, their address, and then what titles that they've chosen for themselves or for you, okay? So all those things help raise money for our media center. And we're trying to raise how much money for our media center? $2,000. So let's say mom or dad wants to order you something, okay? Well, they're going to open up the brochure, they're going to go through here, and they're going to find maybe Ranger Rick, or they're going to order highlights, or they're going to order something for you. They're going to fill out this form that looks just like this right here. They're going to put the title right here, what the item number is, how much it is. They're going to fill all that out. They're going to write a check out to our company or put their credit card information in here. And you can bring that back to school when? You could bring it back tomorrow. You got till when? Or till Friday to get that done, okay? And so we would love for you to participate. That's another way that you could participate. Remember, how many ways do we want you to do? 2 ways, okay? So this is a second way that you could do that. Remember, we want to do 2 things. So another way that people can actually order is through the internet. So everything can be done on the internet as well if they want to do that as well, all right? And Miss Mixon will know. She's got the code and information of how to look all that up. All right, and she'll be able to know if mom or dad ordered something on the internet, okay? They can do that as well. Yes, sir?
Can you use it on the phone?
Yeah, you could do it on the phone too. So I can pick up my phone right here. I can go to the online store right here off my phone. I can do that too, okay? So that's the third way to do that. Or a tablet, okay? So there are 3 different ways that you can help us out by participating on 2 things. Now, anything online, anything on the little book, the big book counts towards these prizes that I'm about to go over with, okay? Now, y'all like emojis, right? Would y'all like to get more than the big jumbo one?
Yes.
Okay? So we have all of these other emojis here as well, okay? And any one of those y'all seen before? Any favorite ones that y'all seen before? So, have a seat, bud. So, prizes off of the big book order, all through the internet, okay? You're going to get one of my emojis for every item that's ordered, okay?
It's a keychain.
Yes, it's a keychain, okay? It looks just like these right here, okay? So, what if your mom or dad orders 2 things off the internet or from the little big book? Well, you can get how many emojis? 2. What if they ordered 3 things?
3 emojis.
Then you would get 3 emojis. What if they ordered 2 off the internet and 2 out of the big book? How many would that be?
4.
How many emojis would you get?
4.
You would get 4 emojis, okay? So let me introduce you real quick to all the emojis, okay? So we have the emojis off the big poster here. The first one is funny. Okay, it's got the crying eyes. Then we have love eyes. And then we have smoochy. All right. And then next we have duh. Then we have sassy cat. Anybody sassy in here? Right. Then we have crazy. And then we got happy. cool guy. Alright. And then money eyes. Next we have angry. Hopefully we don't have too many angry people. Friendly alien. Next we have the friendly ghost. Okay? So we have all these emojis that you can win, okay? Casper, okay? So they look like this right here. This is the friendly ghost right here. They come on the keychain that you can actually collect, all right? I need to get it off the carpet, right there, perfect, okay? So when you get one of these, because you've ordered something off the internet, you get to collect them, okay? What if you don't get your favorite one? Can you trade with somebody?
Yeah.
Who can you trade with? Your friends? Who else?
Your mom.
Huh? Your mom? Your teachers? You can trade with teachers as well. I have one rule. Some of you may not know this, but I have one rule about trading, okay? One, we never trade during the middle of the class, okay? We don't interrupt class to do that, okay? But when it comes to trading, can your fellow student say no? Say, I don't really want to trade. Is that okay?
Yes.
Exactly. What about a teacher?
Yeah.
No, teachers have to trade with you. They have to trade with you. So if you see one of your teachers with your favorite emoji and you have one to trade, you can walk over to that teacher, take yours off, hand it to them. They have to give it to you. Is that all right?
Yeah.
You like that rule, okay? Okay? You have to ask nicely for sure. Okay? So, now beyond the emojis, we also have all these really cool prizes that we'll do at the end of the sale, okay? Good. Now, emojis are going to be given out this week, okay? All the emojis will be given out this week. This right here will place after we get to the end of the sale. We have all kinds of cool things. So first of all, from the big book or from the online, if you sell one thing, how many emojis would you get? One. You get one, plus you're going to get my flying tongue ball right here, okay? Makes all kinds of really funny faces, but he's got a little tongue right here. You can lick your face with it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, but it flies. You put your finger right underneath the tongue, and you shoot it across the room. Okay? All right? So, if you sell just one thing, you get the emoji, and you get the flying tongue ball. But what if you sell 3 things? What if you sell 3 things? How many emojis would you get? 3 emojis. You would get the flying tongue ball, and then you get my really cool guy shades, okay? I look cool, don't I, right? Now, the fun thing about the shades right here, when you walk outside in the bright sunlight, the shades change colors. They go to pink or green or blue or whatever color, okay? So we have that as well, all right? If you sell 3 things. Again, these are on the prize poster, which we'll put up around the school. You see the 1 and the 3. If you happen to sell 6, how many of y'all got like an iPod or a phone? We have the, I call it the Roby stick. It's RoboClip, and it's like a selfie stick. So I can actually put my cell phone on there if I want to, clip it on a table or something like that. If I want to, I can just take a picture of myself. Jeez, okay? So you can do that, all right? So it's a bendable one. You can make it all kinds of shapes, all right? So we have that. Of course, we also have the emoji pillows, all right? Cool. Okay, now we're getting there. So you can get the emoji pillow or my flying ball.
Do it.
Just see if we can get it down. I'm glad I wasn't in the gym. I wouldn't be able to reach it, would I? Okay. So we have the flying ball that's on here as well. So we have listen. We have lots of cool prizes that you can earn for helping us out and participating. All right. So, listen up. So we'll put these posters up around the school. You have the total number of items you have to sell to get to that level. But I wanted to tell you this. Let's say you get to the flying emoji ball, which is at 18. Well, you also get this prize, this prize, this prize, this prize, and the flying ball as well. So we just keep adding to it. And so what we need your help with, number one thing, is for you to make sure that you take the letter home and your packet right here. We're asking you to help your library raise how much money? $2,000. Now, we're only asking you to do how many things? 2 things, okay? And that's all we're asking. If you want to do more, that's great. That would help us out. But we're trying to raise a lot of money for our library, okay? So please help us out. Take that home today. You're going to get the packets later. You're going to get the letters to take home as well. That explains all the details, okay?
What about the apples?
Apples on the prize